Hello, hello. Are we live? Let's make sure we are live. Can we do a sound check? Miles from the past. Testing, testing. I hear me.
Hello.
Ooh, there we go.
Live.
Okay.
Make sure we are live.
Okay, we are good. We are good in the hood. I could set up a studio light so there can be more brightness. Do you guys want me to do that? If you don't want me to do that, that's fine for the sake of time. You know, let me go ahead and just before Shueisha tries and act like a fool, let's just leave. Let's have my merchandise store, Nen Garden, out here in the front. Here we go. We see Taishim here. We got G24 here. Sketch Production is here. Maria, Lotaru, Jacob. What a chapter. Anticlimactic Yoru reveal. Oh, we're already started. We're starting with the jabs. We're starting with the jabs. DJ, are you reading it for the first time tomorrow? What am I reading for the first time tomorrow? What are you referring to, good sir? Oh no, I think I read a funny comment. Oh, James, maybe the real Chainsaw Man were the barks we made along the way. You know, I know a lot of people joke about it with One Piece. It's like, look, man, until we see otherwise, I'm still inclined to believe that the One Piece were the friends we made along the way. Oh boy. We got people trickling in. It's going to be a while. You know, I know. Thank you for joining me here so late on a Thursday evening. You know, typically we do these on Tuesdays. And what can I say? You know, what I said earlier, or I guess what I said on Discord. Okay, God, there's a few things to say. So Tuesday, I had like a work function. So once a year, you know, if you guys don't know, I'm a wedding DJ. And once a year, there's like this big showcase, and it just so happened to fall on a Tuesday from like 5 to 8 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God, even by the time I like try to get home, it's going to be a little too late. And I don't like having the stream from like 9 to 10. So we pushed it back. And now here we are. So I think for people who also want to be in the know, there's a few things if you missed it from the community tab. But we have a Discord channel. Finally, we got a Discord channel. Look at it right here. I don't know what I don't know how you send like the tweet. How do I send like a Discord link to people? But yeah, we call it just Miles. There, right there with the Turbo Granny as the emote, the little emoji right there. That big little fat cat. Look at them, double cheeked up. How the hell do I send like a link for people who were interested in joining the Discord? You know, I really am a boomer when it comes to this shit. Is it here? Is it okay? Yeah, I think it's send invite, create channel, create categories, server settings. I don't know. Someone tell me how to send the Discord, or someone in the Discord just send the invite to people, you know. Anyway, Discord servers there. That's a thing. So what else? Oh, I've said this in the past few streams before. However, it is dropping either this weekend or early next week. The long-awaited Kagurabachi video, the entire story of Kagurabachi. Just kidding. It's just the first year of Kagurabachi. For people who don't know, Kagurabachi came out, I think, in September of 2023. We are in January. Well, we'll be in February by the time the video comes out. So this video was supposed to drop in December. So the thumbnail would have made a lot more sense then, right? The entire story of Kagurabachi year one. So we basically covered the first two arcs of Kagurabachi, and this is going to be a dummy thick video. Of course, I got the man, the myth, the legend, my editor, Deva, on this. If you guys love the Chainsaw Man videos, if you love the Don Don Explained videos, then you are going to get a kick out of the Kagurabachi. Will I review Kagurabachi down the road? Yeah, there's a strong chance. We'll be talking about Kagurabachi later on in the channel, along with chapter reviews of Dandadan, but I wanted to get the Dandadan series, like all the 9 arcs, done first. So, yeah, look out for that. Again, this either drops this weekend or early next week. And for people on the fence with Kagurabachi, I enjoy it, but I've also wanted to give it many chapters before I like dived into it again, because we did the first 2 arcs and I got busy with Dandadan stuff, but I like it. I can vouch for it for now. We'll see where it goes, but it has piqued my interest. So there's that. Now, Nen Garden. I also have a merchandise store called nengarden.com. We sell playmats. The Chainsaw Man playmat is sold out. For people who have bought one, thank you. I love how we got in people sending me pictures of their playmats coming in mail. I love it. This will be restocked sometime in maybe spring. I think I'll open up pre-orders early February. And, you know, I know people are like $38, $38. Listen to me, everyone watching right now. You guys are literally the only people right now getting a 50% discount on the Chainsaw Man playmats. This is not public knowledge, right? Like, if you follow me on Twitter and you see the Instagram, you know, I say, oh, we got the playmats, we got the desk pads, but it's only the Chainsaw Man community people who know the 50% discount code. Okay? So once this is restocked and, you know, you want to get your hands on it, go ahead and do that. What else? We do got some more playmats on the way. I can talk more about Nen Garden a little later. Let me see what else. Oh, one more thing. The thumbnail is basically, is it complete? Yeah, it is. It is complete for Dandadan. So I know we don't have the Arc 8 video, but we have the thumbnail already done and completed. So I'm telling you, my editor is taking a break. Well, he's not taking a break. He's working for someone else in February. But the thumbnail is completed for that. So this is for Arc 9. Arc 8, I already showed you earlier. Look how sick that looks. The Dan Manra arc. It's a fun arc. This is basically the Jumanji arc. If you've seen the movie Jumanji, if you've seen like you know, like a Candyland board game type of stuff, this arc is a lot of fun. And this is the last video before we release like the 4-hour Dandadan video. So I'm very, very happy that we got the thumbnail for this. Oh, you know what? Ooh, should I show it? Okay, I'll show you guys the Dandadan playmat that's also going to be released. Or it's going to be teased in February. If you guys want, because I know some people wanted the Dandadan playmats. And how many people we got in the live stream right now? Okay, we got 30 people. If you want, I can give you guys the Dandadan playmats. Maybe 40, 50% discount. Don't share the discount code with anyone. I'm trying to just help you guys out. The true fans of DJ Miles, the real fans. I will give you guys, along with the Chainsaw Man playmat, a 50% discount. Don't give out the discount code. I will announce that later. But I'm going to show you one of the sketches for Dandadan. I think it's going to look so sick. If you guys also want it as a playmat design too, we can go ahead and do that. Let me show this off. Look how freaking sick that looks. Let me see if I got it zoomed in. Can you guys see it okay? Hold on. Let me get a better angle. So, if my thumbnail artist is watching, I'm sorry I'm teasing it. Dude, I'm so sorry. But, you know, the people in the live stream, they got to get their exclusive shit, you know? So, here we go. It's going to look so sick. I can't wait for it to be colored. Can't wait to see what my boy ends up cooking with that. So, we're closing that. We got Zoinky says, nice beer, daddy. Mario Busters, we so back. All right, what inspired you to make Nen Garden? Really quickly. With Nen Garden, what was the inspiration? Well, you know, I play competitive One Piece TCG. You know, for people who don't know, there is a card game like, you know, think like Yu-Gi-Oh!, think like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, stuff like that, right? That's the card game. I think maybe one day in the future we can live stream a few games. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm addicted to it. And I was just realizing there was a lot of people making playmats, and there's some websites who have incredible looking playmats, and then a lot of people who were just people in the community playing the card games, and they were making their own, and they were just grabbing like Otis art, like actual Otis art, and selling it as a playmat. And I'm like, don't know if that's a thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make my own. And I already have artists who make my thumbnails. So let's have them make One Piece designs or Chainsaw Man designs or Don designs. And that was the birth of Nen Garden. I wanted to make a merchandise store. But selfishly, that's the thing. I will say selfishly, catering to stuff that I'm already a part of, the community, right? Like I was already a part of playing competitive One Piece. And I saw the playmats that was available. And I'm like, this is cool, but I think I can make some cooler shit. And that was it. So that was why I started Nen Garden. Good question. Whoever that was it Prince? Yeah. People were saying, nice beard, nice beard. Look, we're just going to try it for a month. You can tell, right? I got a lot of white going on, There's definitely the daddy look, Daddy Miles 2025. For people who have a beard, tell me, how'd you get over the uncomfortable stage, right? Like, the beard is one thing, but like growing the mustache, like this is the part that's been a little iffy. I'm just like, it's like it's getting a little too thick. It just feels uncomfortable here, The beard, I'm okay with, but it's the stash that feels a little weird. Like, it's the stash that makes it weird enough for me to shave it. So we're gonna try a month. No promises. I told myself, can we grow it for a month? After the month, we'll see where we go from there. But I don't know. So, let me see. Zuma, my guy. To be honest, the whole Eternity Devil arc made me just wonder how strong Pochita used to be in a 1v4 versus the Horsemen. I should catch up with Don. Heard a lot of good things going on about it. Yes, you should. It's great. She blocked me. Who blocked you, Prince? I just realized, does Miles have a girlfriend? No, I had a girlfriend. Last summer. Holy shit. Man, time flies. I had a girlfriend. Don't worry. Daddy's on the market. You guys can introduce me to Pokimane, to Valkyrie. Ladies, if you're watching, holler at your boy. So, all right. I think that's enough small talk, right? So we talked about Kagurabachi. We talked about Don. I teased with you guys some of the playmats I got. Robin with, I would say, $50 donation. I don't know what this is. SEK in currency. I don't know what that is. Hey, Miles, sorry I'm late, and thanks for the mat again. Robin showed off a picture. He loved it. Robin, if it's okay, if I can share the image that you sent to me on Twitter. Yeah, guys, look. And because Robin is a big supporter, I actually hooked him up with the Chainsaw Man volume. Robin, if it's okay, I'm going to share the image that you sent to me. Oh, look at that. I can't even download it because Twitter is annoying. Okay. I'm just going to take a screenshot. Here we go. We take a screenshot. Let's delete this. Let's show this off. Okay. There you go. I think, Robin, you're okay with me sharing this. If you're not, I'm so sorry. Okay, he said it's okay. As I'm like showing off the image. Yeah. Now, you can't really see it from there, but, I gave him a Chainsaw Man volume, showing the supporters what's good. So, Robin, thank you so much. Robin lives internationally. And yeah, again, once we announce the Don playmat, I think just for you guys, the community who missed out on the first one, let's, we might do like 40-50% discount for you guys. So I know a lot of you guys don't play competitive card games, but yes, as I've said many times, these can be used as mouse pads. I use mine currently as mouse pads. I'm using both of my Chainsaw Man mats as mouse pads. Okay. Let's see. Poppy to Daddy. The stats you need to forget about for a few weeks, then decide. Okay. Once it goes back in stock, I'm gonna try getting it. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You guys will know. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 191 because what? I'm a devil. She said the thing. Yoru said the thing. How much can I show without Shueisha giving me a copyright strike? Here we go. Let's see if we can get this full screen. Because I'm a devil. Da da da. And she ends it with the bang on Yoshida's face. He gets distracted with the cake. And I'm sorry for the horrible image. It's because, you know, you guys know what I'm dealing with. Let's talk about the meat and potatoes. We did see Yoru throw a cake at Yoshida. But he's kind of like smiling here, right? Like, it's like, this is why I don't think he's in danger. He's smiling here. Denji says, don't waste the food. I'm allowed to waste food because I'm a devil. I'm cute, whatever. That's, you know, that's Yoru's prerogative. She's exuding this aura, and she ends the chapter with bang. Let's go ahead and just ask and set the poll. Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys think Yoshida will pass away next chapter? Start the Q&A. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. Something happened here. Why didn't it give me an answer to I made it more like a multi-question, like a multiple choice question. Oh, start poll. Here we go. Will Yoshida die next week? And just if I didn't mention it earlier, we will resume regular streams next Tuesday. So, Robin, thank you again for the donation. I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting the channel so much. Yeah. Look at all of you guys. Look at all of the smart Chainsaw Man fans out here. No, he's not going to die, right? And I agree. Why would Yoshida die right here when we just went through the revelation that Fujimoto wanted to save him and regurgitate him out of Denji's mouth, right? Like the big reveal of Yoshida coming back just a few chapters prior, for him to just kick the can here. Can it work? Let's hypothetically assume he dies right here. Yeah, because especially when he gave the death flag clearance to say, hey, you know what? Like, I haven't forgotten our conversation in the aging devil's world. Kill, like, if I die right here, I die right here. Right? God, this looks so horrible. Let me at least get rid of the lines. It's like, it's making me nauseous looking at this. Let's just remove the lines. Good Lord. Okay. God. Okay. God, that looks so much better. Okay. Right? Like, we just got him back. He dies right here. Fine. But, you know, keep in mind when we got 2 chapters ago when Yoshida grabbed Fumiko's heart, made the contract with the Octopus Devil, and the Octopus Devil swallowed aging whole, right? What was the immediate panel? We just see aging inside of the Octopus Devil's insides, and that was it. We have seen Yoshida use his Octopus Devil powers to like disappear, kind of like you seen the Batman Dark Knight series, right? Where like anytime people always wanted to talk to Batman, they would turn around and they're like, where'd he go? Where did he go? I see something very similar happening here where, you know, yes, 9 times out of 10, I think if Yoru is going to point her finger at someone point blank in the face, they should die. But I think Yoshida has plot armor. There's going to be more. He needs to contribute to the story. Again, I will say, if he dies right here, I don't care. Good riddance, right? Like, whatever. I'm very lukewarm about Yoshida at this point. But I think he's going to, you know, there's more to his character. So I don't think he's going to disappear. Or, check this out. What if he would actually die? And then we see in this moment with Fumiko, right? That Fumiko takes the bullet for him. Like, Fumiko can just take the bullet for him. But then, as I say that doesn't make sense because we saw how powerful and destructive these bang attacks are. It would literally cause like a massive hole in that restaurant. So, Fumiko taking the bullet for Yoshida wouldn't really work here. I could be wrong. Let's see what chat is saying about this. Prince says it parallels Makima's big reveal. This is the Makima in power from part 1 reversed, but in favor of Denji. Nah, he's okay. Yoshida will lock in. I swear it would be funny if the gun not working and she stands there looking like an idiot. Truth be told, we can't predict what will happen next simply because Chainsaw Man is one of the most unpredictable mangas I have ever read. Wow. Yes, I like that so much. Yeah, I think if there's anything we can all agree on is that, man, you know, you can theorize, right? Like we do here each and every week. And we're like not even close half the time, you know? I think Fami or Fumiko's gonna save him. Weirdest part that nobody ordered strawberry cake. Denji and Fami and Denji ordered chocolate cake. Yoshida ain't him. He's not surviving a direct hit. Ooh, Lord Exo Hunter think Yoshida's gonna kick the can then? Crabbier, because the first time she had some space between her and Chainsaw Man unless she isn't using Liberty shots. Ooh. Jose just joined. Wanted to say, has anyone pointed out the strawberry cake? Okay. Okay, so what's going on here with the strawberry cake? What's the thing with the strawberry cake I'm not catching here, community? Was there something I missed here? Let me see. Let me look at the panel. See, Denji, aren't humans foolish? Lies and schemes are all they know. They lack the confidence to act on instinct. One strawberry cake. Thanks for your patron. I don't know. I was going to say something. Got cut off. What's the thing with the strawberry cake? I'm not getting here. People said, Robin said from part 1. No one ordered the cake. Wait, no one ordered the cake. Oh, because 2 people asked for a chocolate cake. Is that what it was? Oh shit, did I miss this? Oh god, these lines are so disgusting. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we risk it for the biscuit. If Shueisha comes after me, you know, we risk it for the biscuit. Whatever. Okay, hold on. Where's the panel of ordering the cakes? Let me see. You know what I just realized randomly? I just realized I haven't caught up to the last 5 chapters of Tower of God. I gotta get back on Tower of God. Okay, what page is the cake? Ordering the cake. Okay, is it here? Is it page 2? No. Both wanted chocolate. Why can't I find this panel confirming this? Like, I believe you guys. I just want to see it for myself here. Your oldest sister. Don't worry, we're going to talk about Lady Death here in a second. Turn into a weapon. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. One strawberry cake. Why can I not find the panel? Oh, it's the last chapter. Okay. Hold on. Hold on then. Let's go ahead and open up a tab. Let's open up Viz. Shueisha, please don't strike down this freaking live stream, okay? Please. Okay, let's go to Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, chapter 190. Go to the very end. Ooh, we got some detectives here. Okay, we're on to something, folks. 1 iced coffee, no milk or sugar. A whole big chocolate cake. 1 more of the same. I'll have an orange juice. Wow, how did I miss this? Okay. They both ordered chocolate. I can't believe we're getting excited talking about cake here. And this guy says, 1 strawberry cake. Thank for your patron or patronage. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, thanks for your service. Who ordered the strawberry cake? Famine and Denji. Dun dun dun. Detective Denji. Okay, Yoru's cake. Would be funny if Yoshida is deadly allergic to strawberries, and if Bang doesn't take him out, strawberries do. Yeah. Ooh, who ordered under the cake. Okay. Prince is like, hear me out. Lady Death. Wow. Okay, we're already going there. You know, we're jumping all over the place. You know, maybe let's take it to the top and then we'll break down a few things here, right? So we begin the chapter with Yoshida grabbing these people as hostage. We've taken your other friends into custody. Not that I expect such a bargaining chip to mean anything to you guys. And, you know, we see Haruka, the high school gang, and Katana Man. And, you know, I said this before, or I said this in my chapter review video. It's kind of funny that Katana Man is here because we know Katana Man doesn't like Chainsaw Man. Katana Man wants to get revenge on Chainsaw Man. If Katana could kill Chainsaw Man, he would absolutely do it. So to see him here is a bit jarring. I know he was part of the prison break arc, right? Like he joined the ragtag of good guys, but you know, he did team up with Yoru when Denji became prime Pochita, Black Chainsaw Man, to take him out. And you know, he got decapitated. We saw what happened to him. He lost his head. You know, glad to see he's still alive. And someone mentioned this before, and I didn't talk about this, but they're like, well, what happened to Barum? Last time we saw Barum was also like split into pieces, Mortal Kombat style. And you're right. But keep in mind, these hybrids are immortal. So do I think Barum has kicked the can? Absolutely not. I also think he is alive as well. And I think Fujimoto has done a fantastic job of making all of us hate Barum, right? Like Barum, you know, there's a lot of things iffy and mixed about Chainsaw Man Part 2, but I love how Fujimoto has given one of the hybrids lots of time to shine, right? Lots of time, many opportunities to shine as a villain and to be someone we all like unanimously hate together, right? So Barum, is Barum alive? Look, if he's dead, he's dead. I don't think he can die. I think, you know, because we're seeing Yoru's powers play out more and more, right? About like, hey, if I touch you, you turn into a weapon. I still like what I said earlier, and I don't think this is like a crazy conspiracy theory, right? These are literally weapons, right? The community called them hybrids, but we call them weapons, right? They are weapons. These weapons could also be actual weapons for the War Devil herself. All of them are a deviation of weapons for war, right? Flamethrower, bomb, chainsaw, crossbow. These can all deviate from the umbrella of war, right? I would say that these weapons are going to be a part of the final battle. I think we need all the help we can take against the Death Devil. So I think, you know, Barum is not done yet, you know. Let's go ahead and continue. Well, let me go ahead and read chat real quickly. Love to hate Barum. Yep, that's right. I love how Barum has yet to use his hybrid form at all during part 2. Ooh, good observation. I didn't even think about that. Didn't aging want to be eaten by Pochita? Yes, it did. Ate some yummy food and now no longer wants Earth gone. Okay. Let's read the next panel here. Denji says, let me get this straight. While I was Pochita, while I was Chainsaw Man, everybody got caught by you guys. Pochita got his butt handed to him by Asa, and Asa wrecked Tokyo with the Statue of Liberty. And he said, yep, in a nutshell. Again, I don't know if this is for the power scalers. I just like to bring it up because it's just very low hanging fruit with this. Denji admits that Pochita got his ass handed to him. And you got to keep in mind, if the aging devil didn't intervene, did the War Devil get a victory over Pochita? According to this dialogue, yes, the War Devil did beat Chainsaw Man. However, I think if Pochita knew there was other things happening, would it have been a clean victory? I don't know. But we're getting the confirmation here. War beat Chainsaw. We saw it. Now, it does, you know, raise the question that, keep in mind, I said stalemate, not stalemate. But Pochita did face off against all 4 horsemen with the Gun Devil, with the hybrids. Someone find what chapter that is for me. I think it's like chapter 81 or something, when Makima is talking to Denji about this battle that they had many years ago. I'm pulling up Chainsaw Man Part 1 right now. I think it is chapter 81. If someone can find it before me, that'd be great. Let me see. No, it's beyond that. Maybe it's 84. I'm a fan of his, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's 85. Could, me saying it is one thing, but, when you guys actually, like, see it, right? Maybe it's 86. Light Knight says 87. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just like, I just got too many tabs open right now. Okay. Again, Shueisha, don't take down this live stream. Pretty please. Okay. All right, let's actually start from the beginning of chapter 97. So, Makima is talking to Prime Pochita, talking about the weapons, first of all, right? So that's why I think the weapons are going to play a final part in this battle with death, right? They are not humans, devils, or fiends. The name that referred to them was eaten by you and erased, and yet somehow their existence was not. Of the many names you consumed, they are the sole exceptions. Do you remember? You fought the weapon devils and the 4 horsemen who are now here. At the height of battle, you vanished before our eyes. It makes sense that we couldn't find you even with all our searching. You were living in a completely changed near-death form. But now that, we finally reunited, let's bring this long battle to an end. Why did I say the Gun Devil was involved? Okay, so was that just headcanon I made up in my head? I could have sworn the Gun Devil was involved in this final battle. It says, the Weapons Devil and the 4 horsemen who are now here. At the height of battle, you vanished before our eyes. Okay. Here we go. Chapter 81. Or 87. War single-handedly defeated Pochita, right? You can say he got caught off guard, etc., etc., etc. But, according to Makima, hey, man, he did pretty good facing off against all of them. Against what? 7 plus 4? Or no, because it's 6 hybrids. 7 if you include Denji, right? So 10 on 1. Pretty good, Let's go ahead and end this poll real quickly. 32% says yes, Yoshida would die. 67% says no. Was Pochita stronger in part 1 than he is right now? Maybe you can say that because people were... What? I guess people were like cheering him on. No. Because people were cheering him on, he became weaker. So was he stronger in part 1? Maybe. But I would also say he was stronger. He's stronger now because people are scared of war, right? Like, keep in mind from the Chainsaw Man Church arc, people are scared of war for the first time, and they're scared of chainsaws, right? So we know Yoru and Chainsaw Man got a buff at the end of the Chainsaw Man Church arc. So I think this is a much stronger Yoru and a much stronger Chainsaw Man. So... yeah, Miles, she could be saying weapons as not only the current hybrids, possibly more weapons devils than was shown as of now. That's interesting. If that's the case, then it makes the battle that Pochita had more impressive. But this is all to say, all this rambling aside, Yoru did beat Pochita, and there could be a case he was stronger in part 1. I would think he's stronger now because of just the recent events going on. And anyway, now let's get to the big part. Denji says, damn, girl, your arm regrew too. It's like something ain't right with you. Ha 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 ha. Very well, I'll reveal my true identity. And then you can tell Fujimoto had fun with this paneling. You see, I am the War Devil. I'm actually Yoru's Asa's other personality. For real, you're scary, you're nuts, right? Was the reveal good? Yes or no? Yeah, it's fine, right? Like, I don't know what kind of... If you told me, like, how is Denji going to react when he learns the truth about Asa and Yoru? Like, I can't admit I never really thought about it. Like, how's he going to react? Yeah, he looks shocked. He says scary. Like, this is crazy, right? I still wish there was something a little bit more here, right? Like, just give me something to bite on over here, right? Like, what? You're scared? What? Like, you're the war devil? No way, right? Like, okay. And I guess because Yoru ended up doing a lot of talking after that reveal, it's okay that, like, we don't get any other follow-ups right away, right? She's like, okay, the only reason you lot can calmly drink tea right now is because Asa's mind will break if I continue taking lives. I'm allowing you to live. Your puppet's in the palm of my hand. Don't forget that. Okay, so 2 things. Let's go ahead and break this down. 1, Lotaru was like kind of lame to be fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like a okay reveal, right? Like, this isn't knocking it out of the park. I wish there was maybe more of a reaction from Denji, but it's also Denji, and Denji's a bit dense and stupid, right? As we see later on in this chapter, unfortunately. It's like fine, right? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe a 5 out of 10 reaction is kind of a little too cruel, but like, how can you tell me it was a 10 out of 10? Like, oh my God, this reaction was how he reacted to finding out the truth was like fantastic, right? It's like, nah, it was just kind of like middle of the road, right? Now, 2 things Yoru does end up saying is that Asa's mind will break if I continue taking lives. Is she telling the truth? You know, I think there's a yes and no here, right? I think Asa is a fragile girl. She went through a lot of shit. Can her mind break from this? Yeah, I mean, anyone would, right? Like, you died, you got resurrected, you share half of your brain with the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Sure, you developed a symbiotic relationship. Think like a Tom Hardy, Venom style, right? Or Eddie Brock and Venom, right? Being like a host, right? So, you just deal with the punches in a shitty situation like that. However, her acting like this grand mastermind, like, I think we all see through the bluff, right? Like, we know how much Yoru actually cares about Asa. And to be fair, she does say at the end of this chapter, so I wonder if this is some foreshadowing too of like, yeah, I developed feelings for her, I care for her, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do what I do because I'm selfish, right? She did this with her children. She felt bad sacrificing Tank and Gun, but if she could do what she can to beat Chainsaw Man, she will absolutely do it. And did she do it? Yeah. So I mentioned this many chapters ago, months ago. It's the story of the frog and scorpion, right? I can't spell scorpion. There we go. And for people who don't know this tale, right? Let's just go ahead and just break it down right here. The Scorpion and the Frog is an animal fable. Can you guys see that, by the way? Okay. The Scorpion and the Frog is an animal fable which teaches that vicious people cannot resist hurting others even when it is not in their own interest. This fable seems to have emerged in Russia, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So for people who don't know the tale, right? Once upon a time, there was a frog chilling, doing his own thing. And the Scorpion hopped on its back and is like, look, man, I got to get to the other side. But I can't swim. And the frog is like, well, look, hear me out. Like, if you sting me, I'm going to die. And the Scorpion's like, I'm not going to sting you. Why would I sting you? If I sting you, then I die, right? But what happens? Although the Scorpion and the frog says we will both die if you sting me, the Scorpion can't help himself because that is in his nature to sting the frog. So even at the cost of his own life, he just did it out of habit, right? I'm doing it out of habit. Sorry, RIP. Why is this important to bring up? Because when we go here and we go to the very end of this chapter, I'm a devil. I'm allowed to waste food. I'm going to do what's in my best interest, right? See, Denji, aren't humans foolish enough? Lies and schemes are all they know. They lack the confidence to act on instinct. And Denji acted on instinct here, right? You can say he's more devil than human. To be fair, I would just counter note that well, Denji also really hates Yoshida, devil or human, right? So I wonder if this conversation, and this is just, me reaching, this is why, we hang out in the live stream, right? That, you know, Yoru saying this stuff about like Asa's mind breaking, yeah, there could be some truth because she went through a lot of crazy shit. And does she care for her? Yeah, I think she still cares for her, but at the end of the day, she's gonna do what she wants. And keep in mind what's the thing with the War Devil and her abilities, right? The more you care about someone, the more you have feelings towards the thing, the stronger the weapon becomes. I wonder if even in some weird pseudo way, the War Devil ends up sacrificing Asa somehow, right? That would be weird as fuck. I don't know how that would be executed. I'm just talking out of my ass, but some food for thought, right? She shared this incredible relationship with Asa over the course of the series, and then she ends up sacrificing her as a weapon, or even the other way around. But, Suffren said it in his latest video, and I've said it many, many times, right? We've seen the promotional image. I've said it once. I said it again. Yoshida said it here. Yoru wants to do it as well. Is Chainsaw Man going to become a weapon for the War Devil? Yes or no? I'm going to say yes, because I think it's leading up to that point. Now, candidly, right, Yoshida's like, look, just become a mindless weapon of destruction for the War Devil to use. But we know the War Devil has a huge ego, right? So even if this were to happen, now I think the biggest opportunity to defeat the Death Devil, if Chainsaw Man gives itself up to become a weapon for the War Devil, is that now the War Devil is going to have all this crazy power, is going to be so strong, and her own ego is going to be her own downfall against the Death Devil, and you don't want that. So how the hell are they going to circumvent it? Who the hell knows? But do I think Denji will become a weapon for Yoshida, for Yoru? Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. So I did a lot of rambling. Let me close the Discord server real quickly. Where is the live stream? Why can't I see the live stream? Here we go. Okay. The guy with an A says, oh, I just remember that Yoru still needs Chainsaw Man to throw up nuclear weapons, Devil. That could be why she hasn't made Denji into a weapon. Very good point. Yeah. The power parallels, Fami in the chat. Give me a chance, Shardy. Okay. A cake and a bang. Doubt Fami's going to act since her cake wasn't wasted. Do you think Yoshida's going to die next chapter? We talked about that earlier. No, I think he's going to be fine. Yoshida wasn't asking Denji to become a weapon for Yoru as a human. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just like, just be a devil, right? Like just be Black Chainsaw Man, and then Black Chainsaw Man be a weapon for the War Devil. Yeah. Christian says, hi, hello. Let's see. Denji has been mentally falling since then. Okay, so let's go ahead. All that stuff aside, does Yoru still care about Asa? Yeah. And then, Denji ends up asking, when Yoru makes that analogy about like, you guys are eating at the palm of my hands. Denji's like, okay, which of you did the deed for the Shinji hands? And then of course she has that like little cute like teehee like look, right? Like, haha, want to find out. And we know Yoru, especially after the Aging Devil arc, right? What she did, and she kissed Denji. She definitely has the hots for him. She likes Denji without a doubt. But you can also say is being skewed because her and Asa do share one same brain. So it's kind of hard to figure out like, oh yeah, no, I'm also liking him too, right? And then we see Denji get down on his knees, and I hate the smile Fumiko and Yoshida have, where they're like, look at him. Look at this beta male, dude. It just man. I've seen the community. I've seen the comments. We are very torn on this. You guys know my thoughts. I don't like it. Kings. Let's see. I mean, I like what Suffren says. He cares about who did it and not that just any girl did it. Yeah, I saw his video when he said that. I'm like, man, Suffren always has a way of spinning things in interesting perspectives, right? To reframe the situation. So if we take Suffren's perspective, and for people who don't know what Suffren said, Suffren says Denji gets down on his knees and asks because this is his agency, right? So whether it's Asa or whether it's Yoru is irrelevant. he just wants to know who did it, because when he finds out who did it, then he's like, okay, then this is something I can work on, right? Like, I can work on this relationship with whoever did it. The other person, I don't care too much, right? And he's having his own agency, right? Like, he's coming up with that choice, right? Even if he's getting down on his knees to figure it out, he's selfishly putting his act first, right? Although from our perspective, it looks like, oh no, Denji's being a beta male, he's being a simp, he hasn't learned his lesson. It's like, no. He has learned his lesson, and he's doing this simping act because he selfishly wants to, well, get another Shinji Hands treatment, right? I'm butchering what Suffren said, so please check out his video. But it's an interesting perspective. The way Suffren's pitched it, I'm like, I get it. I can see what you're saying, my man. He's Australian. He has an accent. I feel like anyone on YouTube with an accent, they just sound like, 10 IQ points more intelligent, right? So I like what he's saying. And even if we go with that, it's like, okay, I see that, but I still, like, my pushback to that is that the whole thing with part 1 about Denji being a dog, the whole metaphor of being subservient to me, right? Like, they're talking out loud about this, right? Denji's eating at the palm of my hand. He's my dog. All I need to show him is a little affection, and he'll do anything. I'm going to play with him a little first. This is basically beat per beat what Makima did in part 1. And, I don't care what anyone says. At the end of part 1, Denji got over that trauma, defeated Makima, right? He didn't want to become a slave. He wanted to be his own person. He wanted to have many girlfriends. He wants to eat steak, blah, 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 right? So even if Suffrance pitches the idea of, like, he's taking agency because he selfishly wants to get another, hand job, whatever, right? Fine. But I think you having a parallel of, like, you're my dog, if I show you a little affection, you'll do whatever I want. Like, this is almost too similar to a conversation that Yoru is having, like Makima did. And how can you tell me this doesn't, like, open up the trauma, right? Like, when people go through trauma, for those of you who don't know, sometimes there's things that, like, if it sparks the memory of a trauma, right? Like, let's say I went to the bank and a robber pointed their gun at me, right? That is trauma I'm going to develop. And now anytime I go to a bank, I'm always going to think in the back of my mind, could there be a robber who points a gun directly in front of me, right? So if we stick with that example, how can you have someone, especially related to Makima, saying, you're my dog, if I show you some affection, you're going to do literally what I want, I'm going to play with you first. These are all beat for beat for beat trauma-inducing things that would just open that up again. So I don't understand how, like, this isn't affecting him. And more importantly, why he's down on his knees. It's like he didn't learn, when we know at the end of part 1, he did learn how to overcome Makima. That's why, like, this is why I presented the question, is this character regression, yes or no? And if there's, and again, even if he gets out of it and he becomes a better person, and right, it's like we're retreading on old shit that, like, Denji shouldn't be struggling with anymore, right? I'm not saying he can't be a simp. Denji can absolutely be a simp. Denji can still go after girls and want sex and be an idiot many times. But, like, this conversation is trauma-inducing stuff that he already learned how to overcome. So how is he just now, like, acting like this is nothing again, right? Nev said Fujimoto should have built on this. Yes, I agree. Denji should snap out of this. This makes him look weak. Taishim, I agree. Like, and the fact that, like, we even have to have this conversation this far deep into Chainsaw Man Part 2, this is a problem, because there's many people, right? And I'm not saying they're right or wrong, right? Like, you guys understand what I'm saying. There's people who would argue otherwise, which is okay. But if we saw this in many other stories, we would be like, why are we retreading old ground? Like, this would be a different conversation. You know, this would be a different conversation if Yoru said the same exact thing, worded differently. Right? Now, again, we know that Yoru has some type of crush on Denji, right? So, like, it works. And, you know, we know Yoru likes Denji, and we know she's acting cool in front of the group to act cool. But how is Denji hearing all this out loud and not saying, how is this not sparking the memory of, like, what Makima did to me, right? Like, this is so fucked. I'm not buying this shit again, right? Yeah, Lotaru says she's not even pretending to respect him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least Makima pretended, and then when she confessed, you know, it was like this huge whiplash, and it made Denji revert back to his younger self, and he felt small, right, and insignificant, and, you know, Makima did all this stuff, and now when Denji lost everything, right, like, he's like, I just don't want to think about this because the pain hurts too much, so I'll do whatever you say, Makima, right? And now here's Yoru literally saying it out loud, you're my pet, you're gonna do whatever I want, just to get, like, a hand job. It's like, bro, we went through this in part 1. I don't understand what's happening, you know? So, it's, yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough, you know? If you think differently, that's okay. I'm just saying this is where I'm coming from. This is where a lot of people are coming from. I don't like this. I just don't like this, you know? And I think many people are just misconstruing this thing because we see certain things that, like, annoy us, right? Like, I don't like Denji getting down on his knees, but I know Denji's down bad for girls. And if this is what he wants to do, because this is like the gag, right? Like, haha, Denji's a simp, right? I personally don't like it, but that's fine, right? That's not the problem. The problem is he's literally being subservient to someone who's Makima 2.0 with the same beats that should invite trauma again in his life, and we're acting like it isn't happening, or he just acting like oh, this was never a thing, right? So anyway, I'm kind of done with this. We see Yoshida says here, you know, I'd like you to turn Chainsaw Man into a weapon as soon as possible, and then, you know, Denji says no, and then, you know, Yoru's like, you know, yeah, do it, whatever. Okay, this is the last big talking point we have. How long have we been on stream for, by the way? We've been here for 52 minutes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got about like 10 minutes left in the stream, everyone. Let me go ahead before we talk about Lady Death. Let's see what the comments are saying. Is Denji just going to be written out of the story if he doesn't? If he really does turn into a weapon? She's not even pretending. Da 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 da. Hybrids become relevant again. Damien says, "I agree, DJ Miles. Maybe Denji forget Makima." Dude, there's no way. There's no way you forget someone like Makima in your life, right? Like, no, he knows because Naito reminds Denji of Makima. It's not like you forget. You do not forget someone like Makima in your life, right? Who do we think ordered the strawberry cake? Yeah, good question. Cthulhu is the fear of the unknown. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this last part of Lady Death. Your oldest sister, the Death Devil, will soon descend. No country on Earth has a means to prevent it. Even you and Chainsaw Man might be unable to do so as much as stand on the same battlefield as her. However, if you could control Chainsaw Man as a mindless weapon, humanity has a chance of surviving and maybe even overcoming death. Okay. So is what Yoshida saying true here? Yes or no? Well, we saw in the Aging Devil arc, the previous arc, that, you know, when Pochita is mindless and becomes this destruction machine, right, not really having a conscious or putting Denji's conscious like in the back of its mind, it is one of the most vicious devils out there, right? You know, even Aging said, even though Aging couldn't be killed by Chainsaw Man, and the Falling Devil also confirmed this too, this pain I've experienced from like Pochita from Chainsaw Man, this is some of the most grueling pain I ever went through, right? This shit hurts. So we have anything that can turn off the conscious of Pochita just to be a death destruction machine. Yeah, this could work against the Death Devil. However, if the person controlling that weapon of destruction is the War Devil, who the War Devil has a huge ego right now, that is also going to backfire, right? So it's interesting how Yoshida, one of the smartest people in this verse, right? Arguably, right? I would argue Yoshida is one of the smartest people in this series. How he's even proposing this idea of Denji becoming a mindless weapon for the sake of Yoru, when Yoru ego is going to get in the way of that battle, right? Like if it was Yoshida saying, "Hey Denji, you become a weapon for me because I'm smart enough and tactical enough on how to face off against this horseman of the apocalypse," right? You don't have to agree with it, but in the right hands, right? If Denji had to hypothetically be a weapon for someone, would you rather it be for Yoshida or for someone who's going to be so cocky with this weapon and then like fail because their confidence, their ego got to the better of them, right? So, you know, it's interesting Yoshida would even propose this when I'm like, my guy, you know, Yoru has a big ego. Like in this entire chapter, and that's the other thing too, so keep that in mind. In this entire chapter, Yoru is on cloud 9. I'm allowing you guys to live. You're the puppets. You know, your puppets in the palm of my hand. Don't forget that. And Yoshida is even stroking that ego a little more indirectly, right? Hey, Denji, give yourself up for Yoru because this is the only way we can beat the Death Devil. It's like, bro, if you're telling anyone you're the only person who can do it, right? Like, can you imagine in Star Wars if Yoda tells Luke Skywalker, you're the only one who can defeat your father? Like, literally, you are the only one. And then, like, instead of Luke being humble about it, he's like, yeah, man, Darth Vader, fuck that guy, dude. I'm going to fuck him up because I'm the chosen one, right? You see how that like reframing is so messed up, right? Like, can you imagine if now Luke Skywalker's like, I'm the chosen one. I'm the chosen one. I'm going to fuck up Darth Vader because everyone is telling me I'm the chosen one, right? That's not how it happens. Like, he is the chosen one. He does win, right? But he fought hard for it. And, you know, it's like, you know, it's like some, you know, it's the hero's journey, right? Like, oh, I am the only one who can do this, but he didn't go in with that bravado, right? Like, here we're seeing the War Devil like, hey, you're the only one who can defeat the Death Devil. So now here's having your cake and literally eating it too, right? You defeat Chainsaw Man and you're going to defeat your sister? Yeah, of course I am, right? It's like, no, I do not trust Yoru with this weapon anymore if that is how we're going to beat death, right? King says here, has fake Chainsaw Man been foreshadowing of a lifetime if he shows up in the Death Devil arc? Dude, yeah, I know. We didn't even talk about the fucking problems of fake Chainsaw Man, Kishibe, where's Reze? You know, just so much stuff. You know, I did say it at the end of my, well, we'll talk about the closing thoughts in a second. Let me just say here with the Death Devil bit, Yoshida saying the Death Devil will soon descend. Is that going to happen? Does this mean we are in the final arc of this story? We said last time how Fujimoto doesn't like his stories being more than 100 chapters. Does that mean he's going to wrap up Chainsaw Man in like 8 chapters? I don't know. I hope to God he doesn't, because there's a lot of unexplained stuff that I would like to be seen fleshed out. I think many of you guys would agree too, right? But if this is the final arc, I'm glad we just got the reference again that, hey, the Death Devil is around the corner. The Nostradamus prophecy is around the corner. We got 2 primal fears that we face with falling and aging. Are we going to get one more? And leading into that transition of someone saying, DJ Miles, where's the Fire Devil? Is the Fire Devil a primal fear? Yes or no? I don't know, but we know from the Chainsaw Man Church arc, the Fire Devil made a contract with 300,000 people. And one of the things with the Fire Devil is that it gained a massive boost in strength because of those contracts. So if we are truly in the final stages of this arc, right? Fake Chainsaw Man is on the top of the list. The Fire Devil, we got to see it. We're going to see death. Is death going to be defeated in this part? Yes or no? Will Denji be turned into a weapon? Yes or no? What about Reze? Will we see Kishibe? What happened with the contract of resurrecting the Reborn Again Blood Devil? Will we see some type of variation of power? Yes or no? And good job, Rick, saying this whole thing about Fami, and Fami has just been quiet. Fami's been quiet for way too long. Who the hell ordered this strawberry cake? We ordered chocolate up in this bitch. So what is happening? Many things. And then, of course, we didn't talk about it real quickly just to knock it out. Denji says, is this why you killed Nayata, right? To turn me into a weapon, blah, blah, blah. Is Nayata truly gone, yes or no? I know a lot of people are saying yes. If she's gone, I am okay with it. I have just said it a bajillion times, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Imagine with me, we are in the final battle. We see death. We have Fami. We have war. Okay, you cannot give me 3 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and then omit the closing, the Control Devil out of it, like before the final battle starts, right? It just feels a little jarring to me. If it can still happen and Fujimoto pulls it off, then, you know, I'll be wrong, and that's okay. I'm just saying, wouldn't it just be more cool to see all like 4 sisters like interact for the first time? That would just be weird if we only see 3 of them interact. Like, no, show me all 4 of them interacting. Like, I hate you, I hate you, I love you. Death, this is why you're always so selfish. This is why you're greedy, and this is why us 3 have to team up to beat your ass, right? Like, it just feels weird if it's only 3 out of the 4, right? Like, no. We've seen the 4. Let's have all 4 show up, you know? So we'll figure out what's going on with Nayata, right? If she's dead, she's dead. Fine. And then of course Denji has the bravado to in the instincts to shoot at Yoshida. Yoshida's like, "Oh my god, I thought you forgive us. Is Yoshida going to die here? Yes or no?" And then again, you know, we see the whole thing with the cake, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that was chapter 163, because I am a devil. So all around good stuff. Great chapter. I do like how this was an exposition dump. We didn't get the exposition dump that I necessarily wanted, right? And we got some things that I personally didn't even like, right? And I didn't mention it. I just want to mention it one more time, guys. And you know, I'm thinking of it too much now that I'm reflecting on this. It's like I'm thinking about it too much, but like, I'm sorry. We need to know an answer with this Fumiko shit. You cannot make Fumiko in the climax of the previous arc have some doppelganger, have her sacrifice her heart somehow, and still is alive and no one is questioning this. No. I need an answer for this. Is Fumiko the fake Chainsaw Man? Sure. It can be something weird. It can be wild. It can be ludicrous. I need to know what was this shit with Fumiko. What's going on with Fumiko? Like, you know, I don't care about her, but like, she played a big role in ending the aging devil, right? Like, you cannot just not address this. So, Fujimoto, I am patiently waiting for an answer with the Fumiko stuff. And you know, I've said it before. This is the part that pains me, right? I think even if you don't like part 1, right? Like, for people who don't like part 1, it was a complete story. Chainsaw Man, right? Makima, great villain. We got some crazy shit. Every arc felt like it was leading towards the end game. Yes, you can say the same thing for part 2. But the destination, right? If part 1 was a simple line of like, oh, I know where we're going. Part 2 has been like this. It's like going up here, down here, and okay, now we're at the end game. It's like, okay, but why the fuck did we like do one of these things, go 360, go around the alleyway to the sushi restaurant, blah, 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 right? That's where it just makes it like, And it sucks that a lot of people have told me too, hey, I'm just going to give it 50 chapters and read it once we're at the end game, DJ Miles. So you keep me posted, right? It's like, okay. I don't blame people for dropping the series or coming back later when there's more context. But it also sucks and it hurts me when a lot of people comment, and rightfully so, because I kind of agree too. what the fuck is happening in Chainsaw Man? Like, it's all over the place, right? You read part 1, but there was always a very clear beginning, middle, and end with each arc. That's what made Chainsaw Man part 1 and just good storytelling good, right? There's a beginning, middle, and end to like the overall story, but within each arc, there's also a beginning, middle, and end, right? We see it with the Eternity Devil arc. We see it with the Bat Devil arc. We see it with the Katana Man arc. We especially see it in the Bomb Girl arc, the International, the Gun Devil, leading into the finale with Makima. But when you break down part 2 and you're like, give me the beginning, middle, and end of each arc and how it connects to the overarching like narrative, it's like, I don't know who said it in the comments section, but they're like, yeah, it seemed like Chainsaw Man part 2 lost direction after the Falling Devil arc, right? Because when you look at Chainsaw Man part 2, it started off really strong. We got the introduction of Asa and Yoru. You know, I liked I already forgot her name, Yoru's friend that became like the fake Justice Devil, right? The big octopus shit in the school. Then we get the aquarium. We see the Eternity Devil again. Very cool nod. You know, we go into the Falling Devil arc. We get more about Asa's personality and trauma, right? And that ended really nice. And then again, we see the fake Chainsaw Man back to back, right? Like, we're like, wait a minute. We see the fake Chainsaw Man killing Asa's friend. And then we see the fake Chainsaw Man now helping out Denji in the Falling Devil arc, right? And it's like, bro, we've been so out of like the fake Chainsaw Man thing. It's like, wait. What the fuck? Like, where's the fake Chainsaw Man? And I know it's so funny how we talk about like, where's Kishibe? Where's Kishibe? It's not that I don't care about, or it's not like I want Kishibe to show up. It's just that we know Kishibe is one of the top people in public safety. So how do you have a character like Kishibe, who played such an important part in part 1, not even show up one time in part 2, especially when Quan Chi mentioned and referenced Kishibe during the prison arc? A good friend once told me to not mess with fucking crazy devils, or whatever the fuck she said. That's why I think that kind of annoys me, right? Like, I know it's a running joke now, but like, even if Kishibe showed up next week, it doesn't explain where the fuck he was at earlier, right? Like, even if you heard the passing of him, right? That would make sense. Kishibe's off doing this. Kishibe's doing that. It's like, bro, Kishibe was pretty important for public safety, and Kishibe, no fucking shot, would have done what public safety has done to Denji, and more importantly, Nayata, if he was like around. We know Kishibe cares for Denji. We know Kishibe left Nayata in the care and hands of Denji. And you have to imagine after Makima was gone, there was this huge vacuum in public safety. And Kishibe should have been running shit. But we don't know shit about Kishibe. It's like, what the fuck, dude? So, again, people can defend it. People can say they like part 2. That's fine. But I think we can agree to disagree with whatever things that we were fantasizing in our fan fiction of how Chainsaw Man part 2 is supposed to be. The community has been split with Chainsaw Man part 2. And I think that's the thing that like breaks me the most, right? It sucks because Chainsaw Man part 1 was so good. Even if it wasn't your cup of tea, it was so, it just seemed like it was a very complete, tight narrative. Whatever you say about part 2, even if you like part 2 more than part 1, that's fine. But there's been pockets of like, what the fuck is going on? And again, don't judge it until it's fucking over. I know. But I'm saying if we were to judge it right now in the 90 something chapters we received, I personally don't think it's better than part 1. No fucking shot. Right? Right? This is how we can describe Chainsaw Man part 2 personally, right? Great highs and some misses, and we got some lows, right? Chainsaw Man part 1 is kind of like chick, like a roller coaster, right? Like it just always kept on going up, got crazy, whatever. Chainsaw Man part 2 started so strong, and somewhere along the line, we're like, where are we going here? I don't know where the fuck we're going. Do I trust in Fujimoto? Yeah. I think that's the benefit of the doubt we can all say at the end of this. Even after everything I just said. Let's wait. Okay, we'll wait. But, you know, and I'll say this as my closing thoughts. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. And no matter how Jujutsu Kaisen ended, ooh, boy. Let's wait until Jujutsu Kaisen is over. It's like, boy, man, Gege, we were missing a lot of stuff with the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. Megumi Fushiguro. Fuck, what a waste of a potential character. I'm like, man, what a fucking waste. What a waste of a character who had all this potential. I'm talking about apples and oranges now at this point, but like, okay, we can wait. But if Fujimoto ends this shit and we get like some Fushiguro type character in Chainsaw Man, fuck. That's gonna suck, dude. It's gonna suck. So, let's see. So, Lord Exo Hunter, Kishibe would wipe the floor with Yoru, no questions about it. Maybe he already fighting death or after Santa Claus. I mean, hey, that'd be cool. He's the final boss. It feels like part 1 characters are ignored on purpose. The plot can come out of either direction at this point. Part 2 is going against what fans wanted, but Fujimoto probably prefer that way. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I think, and I think that's what not Look Back was. There was what was the other one shot Fujimoto did, where it's like, oh my god, he became big for Chainsaw Man, but he just wanted to make the story he wanted to tell. And again, if this is the story that Fujimoto wants to tell, that's fine. But like, you know, you can still tell, like, even with the breaks, the healthy breaks, and putting out something, it's like. It seemed like there was that's the thing. It seemed like there was still a very clear direction on how Chainsaw Man Part 2 started, right? Like, I don't care what the end point is, but reread those first 3 arcs in Chainsaw Man, right? Everything after the Falling Devil arc, that's where things are kind of like deviating a little bit. And I'm like, okay, there's something going on here, but I don't know what the fuck is exactly happening, right? Everything prior to the Falling Devil arc was tight, right? Even if there's some things you want to know about and, you know, we're going to learn about later, that's fine. Because we're starting the narrative. Let's present questions. We're familiar with this world, right? That's very important. So yeah, let's expand upon this. And there was many great things that he did. So I would endorse you guys, right? I would challenge you guys, reread Chainsaw Man Part 2 up to the Falling Devil arc, and it just seems very tight. I'm like, okay, we got some questions, there's some intrigue. I like this. After that, it's like, yeah, we got high highs, we got some cool shit, but I'm like, also, what the fuck are we doing again? Why haven't we seen the fake Chainsaw Man? Why isn't Kishibe here? Why are we seeing all the weapons except for Reze? It's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, those are just like little things, but whatever. Anyway, we're talking in circles. We're going to continue talking in circles. Yeah, Lotaro, breaking my heart. After 90 chapters, there has been a lot of wasted potential already. Let's see. Reze, Kobeni, Power, Kishibe, Arrow, Devil. I want to see return, honestly, as a plan on Katana Man and Nail Fiend. It really makes me worried about how the story is going to end. I like this manga, but I'm not sure how everything is going to be tied up. Never even got a domain name for Yuji's domain. Yeah, speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, what the fuck, Gege? We didn't even get a name for it. Even the art is suffering. Still feel confident in Fujimoto, even if we are lost on the ride. Yes, so, yeah. Jacob said, I love Chainsaw Man, but is it a little sloppy, anticlimactic? I don't know, but yeah, off. Yeah, so, guys, we're in for the ride. If that's one thing we can all agree, let's just hold each other's hands and say, guys, let's just hope Fujimoto is doing what he can at the end. And despite it being a little sloppy post Falling Devil arc, let's see how he ties this shit up and make it make sense. So, on that note, I love you guys. Take care. We will be back on Tuesday for chapter 191. I think Yoshida is still alive. I have a website called nengarden.com. I also have a Discord server, so feel free to hop on the Discord server. And I think one more thing, I said it on the, you'll definitely see it on the Discord server. I am going to start an anime reaction channel. So, you know, if you like solo leveling, you know, ReZero, Sakamoto Days, I'm having a blast with Sakamoto Days. We will have, you know, I will be posting some anime reactions on a separate channel. So be on the lookout for that. But, yep, fun little teaser there. All right, take care, guys. Bye.